Hey there, and welcome to Draw Anything and Everything. I'm your artist, Mickey Malarky. You know, one of my favorite things to do is to draw pictures and give them to my friends. Sometimes they expect it because it's an occasion like a birthday, but other times it just completely catches them by surprise. All you need to make a really great picture is to have something to draw on, something to draw with, and a lot of enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm!
What do you feel like drawing today? I feel like something really exciting, and I hope the imagination box gives us 3 really exciting ideas. Let's find out. Alright, here we go. The first idea we have is, this is going to be a tough one, a sloth? That's like an animal that moves really slowly. Okay, well, let's see what our second idea is. Maybe that'll help spice it up a little bit. It does! Our second idea is a roller coaster. Those are a lot of fun. And our third and final idea for today is a pineapple. Okay, well, I think we can figure out a way to put these 3 things together. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's get drawing. Well, today we got some pretty challenging ideas. We have a sloth, a roller coaster, and a pineapple. 3 things that probably haven't been put together before, so we're going to be the first ones. Let's get going and draw a sloth. I'm not even really sure what a sloth looks like. This isn't something I see every day. But, let's try and give it, that nice, calm sloth expression. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they always kind of have this like little kind of calm, relaxing smile. And they also have these kind of black circles kind of around their eyes, sort of, maybe? I'm not sure. The one thing I was wondering about sloths is, do they have ears? I don't know. I can't remember ever seeing a sloth with an ear. So I'm just going to try to draw it like this, and hopefully it starts to look a little bit like a sloth. Have you ever seen one before? I don't know. Something for us to really do some research on, I think. We've got a little bit of fur here, a little bit of fur here, a little bit of fur up here. Again, no ears. I don't think they have ears. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And I'm gonna draw a sloth just kind of hanging out. Now sloths, this is one thing I do know. They have 3 toes. So I'm gonna draw toe 1, toe 2, toe 3. There's our first hand. And then over here, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. Toe 1, toe 2, toe 3. And there is our second sloth hand. I think I'm going to put our sloth onto, you guessed it, our second idea, which is a roller coaster. So let's draw the roller coaster car here. I'm just going to draw the rest of the sloth's body here. And we're going to have the roller coaster car coming up this way. Of course, we have to remember the seat. Comfort is important. And then the front of the roller coaster will come across this way, and we'll have the wheels that come across. Let's do 2 there and 2 in the back, and that's gonna be the look of our roller coaster. 1, 2, 1, and 2. There you go. All right, and that's going to come down. Now, I guess there's a few things we can do here, isn't there? Roller coaster has multiple cars. Let's have our sloth as the only person sitting in this car, in this roller coaster. They have the park all to themselves. So I'm going to draw a second roller coaster wheel here, and we'll have it come back. And there's the other chair, and of course, we want to have the bar come across. And we can have another one coming up behind here. So let's draw another one. This is now getting a little steep, right? This is an important part of our roller coaster car. Again, the chair coming across here in the back, and that bar that comes across for safety. There we go. And we now have start of our roller coaster. And of course, it's on tracks, so why don't we draw some tracks? There's one coming down there, there's one coming up there, and of course, it is connected by some wood. So now we have that piece of our roller coaster. I think we can probably still have a little more fun. I'm going to make this a little bit wider, right? So this first car is going to be a little bit wider than all the cars that follow it. Maybe this is the perspective that we have, which allows us to do this. And I think I'm going to draw someone sitting next to our sloth. What do you think it is? Is it another sloth? Is that what I should do? Or maybe I'm going to draw our third and final idea, which is a pineapple, right? Why not? And let's have this bar come across, and this is the safety bar for both of our friends here. But unlike our sloth, who seems to be very relaxed, I think we should make our pineapple a little bit panicked, right? Maybe our pineapple isn't the biggest fan of roller coasters, so I'm going to draw one eye like this and the other eye like this, and of course I'm going to draw the panic look. Let's go full panic. Right? And with the full panic, we want to have the big teeth, the big scared teeth, and we want to have the tongue sticking out, the big scared tongue, and we want to have the bottom row of teeth also sticking out, right? Our pineapple is terrified, just terrified at this roller coaster. So we're gonna build a little bit more onto this. Let's make sure our pineapple is just not having the time of its life. Not like the sloth friend, who's just really enjoying sitting back and enjoying this adventure. There we go. All right, and we can have the rest of the roller coaster come down like this and like this, and we'll just make sure that we continue the tracks. With that, we'll make sure that we know that this is a roller coaster, because this is going to come up and down like that, and all the way in the background we can have the roller coaster part that comes down, and then it comes all the way up here again, and all the way down here again. And this way we know that this is a wild and wacky roller coaster that our friends are driving. Maybe we can even have it come over here, so it comes over here too, up and down, and maybe there's a little loop-loop. Right? Lots of things happening here. If you've ever been on a roller coaster, you know that there are so many different kinds. And let's just make sure that we put the support beams in place. We want to make it structurally sound if there's any engineers watching. We want to make sure that we've taken care of that. Same thing here. We will make sure that it has all the beams that it needs. There we go. And now we really have this full scene. Let's give it some color. All right, so starting with our pineapple friend, this is usually a combination of yellow and a little bit of orange, a little bit of brown. So I'm going to do all of those. Let's go first with the yellow. There we go. And there we go. And then we're going to take our orange just to give it a little bit of orange too. All right, it's not a perfect yellow fruit. It's got a little bit of color to it, very tropical. So let's make sure that we give it that tropical look. And then as mentioned, it'll have a little bit of brown as well. So I'm going to take our, where is it? I'm going to take this dark brown. Just give it a little bit of color here, just so that we have a little bit of shading going on with our pineapple, terrified pineapple friend. There we go. All right, our sloth here. Let's give our sloth the gray treatment for the face. Why not, right? So there we go. Nice gray treatment. And then for its body, we're going to give it a nice brown. Nice, lovely, furry brown. Right? So many nice animals of this color. Hopefully it still looks like a sloth and not like some kind of gorilla at the end of it, but so far I think we're doing okay. You know, kind of looks like the sloths that I'm familiar with. Hopefully you too. Now we're going to take this darker color and just give it a little bit of gray in the fur as well. Okay? So it's a little bit darker. Remember, you don't have to stick with one color. You can use 2 colors if you want. You can use 3 colors if you want. You can even use 4 colors if you want. You can use as many colors as you like. Now for the, I'm going to use this gray as well for the toes. There we go. And of course, we're going to have to give it a darker nose. So let's use that. And the color under the eyes as well. Now it's really looking pretty sloppy, isn't it? Let's go back to our brown, just because we don't want to forget the body part here. This belly of this giant sloth that's here. Take the gray, fill it in there, and now back to our pineapple friend. I know, back and forth, back and forth. There we go. Let's just make sure that we get all the color in. And finally, our gray, just to make sure that our pineapple has all those colors. Now, the top of our pineapple, of course, let's do a fun green. I'm going to use a bright green, right? Just to keep this picture very bright and vibrant. There we go. For the hand, let's stick with the yellow. Why not, right? Nice big yellow hand. Ah! And another nice big yellow hand. Ah! The tongue, it has to be pink. So let's give our pineapple friend a nice big pink tongue. And then we can color in the rest with some gray and some gray here. There you go. All right. Now, the roller coaster itself, let's give it some red. And on the side, for the first car. The second car doesn't all have to be the same. Let's go with some turquoise, blue, aquamarine, whatever you want to call this color. There we go. And the next one up, let's give it some purple. And now we have a nice colorful roller coaster. Now for the seats, we'll use a darker color, maybe like a dark brown. There we go. There's one. There's two. And there's three. And we can make sure that the roller coaster itself, like all these tracks and everything, have a bit of a brown. We don't have to color the whole thing, and this is really just about giving it a little bit of that wooden look. So we know this is an old traditional roller coaster. And you see, probably saying like, why am I doing this so fast and not hitting it right on the line? Well, because you don't have to make it perfect on the line. Roller coasters, everything's in motion. So you can do it however you want and it will look spectacular. It's not about perfection, it's about loving what you draw. And there you go. That's a good example of just loving what I'm drawing, right? Just a little bit of brown here and there. And all of a sudden our roller coaster is really starting to look like it's coming together. So we could stop here. We basically have the ideas, but I think I'm just going to add a couple more things. I'm going to add some flame streaks to the front of this roller coaster, right? Because roller coasters move really fast. So let's give it that flame fire look. And then we can use some orange to pop that part out. There you go, some nice bright orange for our flame streaks. What about a little bit of yellow as well, right? Lots of yellow in this picture. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There you go, there you go. And for the finishing touches, why don't we make this sky a nice, beautiful sky blue, right? What better day than a nice sunny day to go to the theme park and ride a terrifying roller coaster with your sloth and pineapple friend. And just for good measure, let's have our sloth taking a little nap while our pineapple friend panics just a little bit. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. We did it! We drew a sloth and a pineapple on a roller coaster. I didn't think we were going to make it, but we did. I mean, look at this. These two, are they having fun? They're having some kind of time, but regardless of whether they're having fun or not, we had fun, and that's the most important thing. Thanks so much. It's been great drawing with you as always, and I'll see you again next time. Take care now.